This is a trade review for Friday, the 1st of December 2023. And once again, I'm focused mainly on entries, not on stop losses. And today on NVIDIA, we had a bit of an open auction on the 2 minutes. And I knew it was going to be choppy today because yesterday we had a very a sell off. We had a strong sell off. So today was gonna be a pullback and closing higher or a pullback with continuation. So so I was expecting choppiness and I looked at the open to determine what kind of day we were gonna have. So as you can see here, I was expecting actually for the price to drop and make an entry at S3, but this move happened too fast. This was a nice move. And then here I was in the bathroom, so I missed out on this move. But it was clear that we were having, because with the initial balance wasn't wide enough, and we were continually expanding it. It went from a normal day, because so far this balance was being respected, but we actually crossed it, and it became more of a neutral day. So I made an entry, my first entry here after rejection of 470, and then we pulled higher, and I was gonna invalidate this entry at around R2, but it actually swiftly came back, and this is the area where I added to my position, and I partial every 3 hours for 33% for 1/3 of my position. So far so good here. We had a move to almost the previous day close, but it rejected from here, and I stopped out at break even. And even though it stopped me out after rejecting the previous day close and reclaimed 20 moving average, I wasn't very bullish on this stock, and I could have done a better job with my entries, but it was based on the area and it was based on the understanding of the structure for the day. And so once it got stopped out at break even, we passed the pre-market high. We approached R2 and R3, and this initial entry here was a bit in anticipation. But again, based on the area and the fact that I knew we were not gonna move that much farther from the top of the initial balance, as I was still considering this a neutral day now. So we keep expanding up and top and bottom. So I was expecting a drop to the bottom. And as you can see here, I made my initial entry here. I added to my position on this hammer, and I made a last add on the confirmation of this candle, and then engulfing of the previous 5-minute candle. And the level 2 was balanced at this moment. The tape was very bearish. So I pulled the trigger here with an average of 471, 14, 16, which is not too bad. We had the drop, and I started partialing at respecting my rules again at 3 to 1. So 30% here and 30% here. And I don't remember exactly how much I partial here, but I still had a good amount remaining. Let's see. And it was 20. Also, so I partial 10 shares here, which allow me to add to my position. We had a nice opportunity to add heavily, but I have only taken 2 partials at this moment. It could have been a good call, but I waited partial, and I had 10 shares remaining out of my 60 shares that I collected. And on this nice signal here, I added, so I'm very proud of this ad. And I got a all out at 468. But as you can see, the price actually tested VWAP. So the price dropped to 467, 466, 60. But we were too close to the close. and the price for the day ended up in the middle, so it's actually a neutral day in its entire definition. So it didn't close on the extreme, and when that happens, uh, so neutral day, we didn't hold extremes. There is a lack of confidence, so we're currently in balance, and so we have to be very skeptical for tomorrow for a continuation higher or lower. It's gonna be more choppiness, but if we sell off strongly, then it's a continuation for the daily chart. But those are the two trades I took today, again, because I'm still not using uh, strict stop losses. I'm just focused on the entry. I am not going to take that into consideration into my statistics. So we're gonna start fresh once I start to be really strict with the stop losses. This is still practice, and I had an excellent pre-market prep. Executed my ideas and held until my targets hit. We executed 100%. We do two trades with an ad, and this resulted in actually 8R. That's a bit crazy. I think it's the craziest day I've ever had. This was a lot of profit on my part, especially with the ad and the two winners here. I usually tend to end my day after hitting goal, minimum goal, which happened after this trade, but I knew this trade was not as clean as I wanted it to be, and we still had a neutral day. So I wanted to see a nice rejection here at R3 or R2, which I took advantage of. So I got 8R on this trade, but that doesn't matter because it's not data that I'm still gonna. It's not valid data that I can use at the moment. So that's it. All of this is gonna go towards the weekly review. As I'm considering this Friday part of last month, just to make everything even. So that's it for my trading review.